Hi, it's Jo, and I'm going to be watching Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 5, The Nina Project. I have no idea what that means, but I'm excited to find out. The end of the last episode was amazing. Hopefully this one will be slightly calm, although it is Stranger Things, it's not going to be calm. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, edited version 1 week in advance, and let's go. Where are we going? Okay, but how can we do that? Because we are just 4 kids. He should have told us this a long time before he was this near death. What? I mean, is this the military? I suppose they would just go shooting up a civilian home if they thought there was a weapon inside. It's not like force isn't used overly.
If you want to live, you're going to tell me where she is.
That's really how a military should act towards its citizens. Thank you for your service. And she's willingly going back into a facility like this to help. I hate that she's here alone. I mean, I know we trust Owens, but still. There is no one with her that is only concerned with her comfort.
To come work on this program because they believe in the
Please, at the end of the day, remember that she's just a child as well. I believe in her as well.
Hello, 11. I know. You're frightened of me.
Why is he here? And why didn't you tell her he was here?
Want to hate me. Very much need my help.
Why is this monster here? Anywhere near 11. Elle. Jane.
I believe I know why. Daughter.
Do not call her that. Do not refuse to work with this bitch, Elle, alright? You say no. Yep. What did they think she was going to do? I support you, Elle. Run. Though she has nowhere to run right now. For all of the...
Play nice with the doctor.
I knew it was too good to be true that Owens was giving her a choice. This is awful.
Leave her.
Fuck off, don't you touch her.
Wanted things to begin.
Stay away from her. She's made one thing freaking clear.
Going to be all right.
That you were the deal breaker here. So, if anything, he should limit contact with her, the monster. I should have known Owens was too good to be true. We all should have. Like, I'm sure Owens justifies it as a necessary evil or whatever, but it's an evil. With the greatest respect, I don't need to be in Russia anymore. Can Hopper just be home now, please? How are we getting out of this, and can we do it in a timely fashion, please? Is he the only person that's here?
You see? Yuri has family.
You two can overpower this bitch.
Money.
Morning, guys. Everything okay?
Max is fine now. I said so.
Yeah. What you saw last night. It's supposed to be.
Holly's gonna know everything.
I thought it'd be like they were on display or something.
Has Holly seen these?
Red fog.
Oh, it's the house, right? She's building the house. She knows it's the house. We know the house is important now. Oh, sweetheart. Just dehumanizing. She is a child, a human, a person with rights. We love you, Elle. We love you, okay? This time around, people know about you. They know you're there more than just your mother. What a monster. It's gonna be okay, sweetie. It's evil and dehumanizing, and we hate them, but you're gonna be fine. Or is this a nightmare? Because a nightmare is mildly better than the alternative.
Wow. Look who finally decided to join us.
I forgot he was going to be in this show.
Someone's a sleepyhead this morning. Well.
Jesus
He
Christ.
finally decided to join us.
Shouldn't have just thrown her in there like this. She's gonna drown in there. No.
Do you know, if you'd kept the monster away and had just kept playing the nice guy act, she fucking would have done it voluntarily and she would be doing her best in there. She wouldn't be fighting against it because it wouldn't be an invasion. She wouldn't know how she was being violated. You bring this bitch in and we all know.
She is going to...
Oh, you feel bad, do you? Jesus. They're just burying him in the middle of nowhere. Fuck.
I didn't know what to say.
Because you kids.
Sometimes I think it's just scary to
I'm
open
glad
up like that.
these two are finding their way back to their friendship.
The closer I get with Joyce, the more danger she's in.
You're not thinking straight, American.
I mean, with this specific situation, yes. In general,
First
no.
time in my life, for myself, they needed me. But that wasn't true.
They do
That's a
need
lie.
you.
They
You
didn't
all
need
need
me.
each other. You needed
I
them as
needed
well.
them.
It went both ways. That's
I
healthy.
needed them. Like I did with Sarah.
I know you're feeling that way right now, but it's not like that. This is not your fault.
Everyone I love. I am the curse.
When we free you, we are gonna go get you to a nice therapist. And also, did that sound like a Demogorgon squeal? Because it did to me. They feed people to that, don't they? And I'm glad they gave us more of that insight into Hopper. It was particularly needed because last season I really went off his character. I still cared about him, you know, on the whole the scales were still positive, but he frustrated me a lot. Obviously this season he's just been being tortured and tortured and tortured, and getting even more backstory, hearing about his experiences in Vietnam and everything, and just the horrors of war and how soldiers are mistreated, and yet America still has the nerve to be like, thank you for your service, we care about our veterans, when just need him home with the kids. Can they at least vindicate Eddie, you know, say we know now it wasn't him, we've seen this before.
Sinclair?
Goddamn traitor.
I get that you're going through grief right now, but you do not know Eddie did it and the authorities are dealing with it, and your kind of jumped up white privilege that you're living would believe in the cops. Can we like go to a shop and make sure everybody has a Walkman or whatever they're called in this era,
That's
and
creepy.
with their favourite song on it, just in case?
This what you saw? In your visions?
God, when she turned around and saw it, the heart must have stopped.
I mean...
Robin, you're brave. You're very brave.
Come on, let's go.
Is that a sigh?
No, I did not sigh.
Why'd you sigh?
I didn't sigh.
I don't-
Come on, dude.
Please just stay focused in this creepy, creepy house.
Partners, okay? You know, I don't know.
Oh Lord.
So what, a boring, is that it?
No, it's the opposite.
There's life in this evil house now. Yep, it's a memory.
Stop waiting. Focus.
These monsters. We made you pay once before, we're gonna make you pay again. Is this the day or a different one?
We just need to find the computer. We find Owen. Then we warn him. Then we warn 11.
And then you grab Elle and you frickin' run for the hills. In your smart funeral suits, you idiot boys. Grief is no excuse for this. It's an explanation. It's not an excuse. Did not jump when he opened that vent. Why? I do not deserve this in my life.
It's not like we're dating. Me and Robin. It's not like we're dating, right? She told me.
Awkward
No, we're
babes.
not.
She made that.
She's got stuff to work out with Jonathan first.
Capital P.
The obvious things are not what people observe or observe. Or
You tried. You tried to appear smooth. Keep the air a mystery.
What?
Kate Bush? Never.
You're a Kate Bush fan?
Yeah.
She just saved your
Now
life.
I am.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, mega fan. She saved your life. Besides, we're hot. I've really missed that.
Me too.
Her laugh.
Can we leave, please? Please, can we leave? God, even abused kids are bullies. Which could also explain if her powers were to explode at them. She repressed all these memories because of that day. She repressed all of her memories of this.
Okay, that's enough. Pull her out.
It's a bit late to pretend like you care now. You know who you're working with. Okay, black belt karate time, let's do this. He can just shoot you. I was waiting for someone to go into the controls, it's always inevitable. She just went for it. This is Joyce Byers. We may be flying this plane ourselves. He's unconscious, the plane is beeping. Why did we think just flicking every single switch that has ever lived was a good idea? Well, you know, it's always nice to land in the middle of nowhere. They're very lucky to be alive at this point.
I got him. I had him.
Ooh. This is horrendous. They're so brave. Max in particular, after everything she's been through recently. Oh, there's too much happening. To be honest, it might have been better for him to just slip out into the woods and then just be hiding somewhere out of sight until they leave. Please let them see what happens to their friend. I mean, again, I don't want him to die. If he could just put on his favourite song for a complete coincidental reason. Or are they just going to find the body and assume he was here and he did it? I mean, that's one way to try and hide. Is this Vecna's move while he attacks someone? He goes through the house?
Okay, what's happening?
He's getting stronger, claiming more people. One hand is a lot bigger than the other, I've just noticed. Please say you're gonna see it's not him. He's seen it now too, he knows this is not Eddie, or is he gonna think Eddie cast a spell? If all the lights broke, did that only happen because he's super strong? Or did that happen because of what was happening with Elle? Or did that happen because there were people in the house? Good girl. If she has her powers back, we do. That's our girl. I'm anti-violence, but get him.
I said stay away.
Oh, she still doesn't have full control. Stay away from her. You know she does not want you near her. It's awful. Because she wants her powers back. She wants to be able to help save the world and save the people she cares about. But she should not have to work with this man to do it. It's awful. Because she doesn't have a choice, given the scale of what's at stake. Okay, this episode was insane. The creepy house stuff was very creepy. I do not appreciate all the spiders in this season. I'm really intrigued about why the lights thing happened, because it blew out the light in the attic, which suggests it hadn't been happening every single time, because it's not like there's someone going in there, sweeping out the glass and changing the light bulb every time. Was that linked because Elle was reconnecting with it at the same time, so there was just more upside downness in the air? Was it because there were human presences in the house connecting through when there aren't normally? But the kids now know that the house is extremely important. It's not just where he happened to kill the Creoles back then. There's something more significant to it, and there was a lot of very iconic stuff. I feel like when I'm editing, I will appreciate their interactions more, because I know that nothing overly creepy happened other than Steve being attacked by an evil spider. But in the moment, I was just convinced that like Vecna was going to appear out of the shadows, or like something else was going to happen. Joyce and Murray have, that is his name, right, crashed the plane. They have taken control. They're no longer being taken as hostages. I don't know whether I hope they are near Hopper so they can help him, or whether I hope they are near home, or near Alaska, which isn't exactly near home, so they can escape. I do not know how they're getting out of this one. I don't know how Hopper's getting out of this one, and I really wish they'd done it quicker. I understand kind of plot-wise. I haven't been like not enjoying it too much. I don't think they've been dragging on the Russian side of things that much. And in this episode, I particularly enjoyed that the biggest scene we had set in the whole Russian plotline was more of an exploration of Hopper's character, which I really appreciated. It wasn't just like, here's some people getting beaten up and working on a railroad. I just need him home. I need him home with his kid. I need him home making things work with Joyce. I need him home being a bit less entitled than he was in the last season, but, you know, maybe he will be after this traumatic experience. It was great to get even more of an insight into Hopper, though. And I hope he comes to realise that it's not a curse, and that it's totally normal that you need people and that they need you back. That is the way a healthy relationship works a lot of the time. I have no idea how he's getting out of there. I have a feeling they have a demo puppy, so I guess we're going to have to face off against that somehow. I have no idea how far Joyce and Murray are from anywhere. Then we have the kids just burying a body in the desert. They are making noise with the computers. I guess at this rate they're going to find Elle where she is. Although we're going to revisit Dustin's girlfriend, which will be fun. They're going to find Elle where she is around the same time she's ready to break out and escape or something, or whatever. But yeah, they're kind of just behind the times but trying to catch up. What's happening to Elle is inhumane. It is wrong. And it really infuriates me because she consented in the first place. You know, Dr. Owens came and was really nice and fatherly and friendly. We should have known when he didn't allow her to eat her waffles. But he came and he asked, will you come? And he acted like she had a choice in the matter. I always felt like if she says no, you're really going to be like, cool. I mean, basically saying to someone, the world and everyone you care about will die, or you can come with me. It's not really a choice. But he gave her a choice. An illusion of being the kindly, fatherly, unclely figure. To then spring on her a facility just like the one she was tortured in as a child, with the man that tortured her. And he's just running the show. It's not even like sort of saying to her, you know, what they should have done is said, look, Elle, I have to tell you the truth. The guy that you call Papa, he is here, and we need him because he understands what made you have powers more than anybody else. We need to work with him. And if that's a deal break, I mean, okay, they should have given her a choice. Though again, these bitches never actually gave her a choice in the first place. Springing it on her like that and then expecting her to not run away and then just shoving her into the experiment. She consented to be here. She is 14, 15, 15, 14. She is growing up. Regardless, she is a human with rights and choices, and she consented to be here in the first place. You didn't need to treat her like this. She didn't. If they had just handled it better, they could have been far more efficient in everything they were doing. It's still wrong and inhumane that they made her sign up, made her be with the guy that tortured her as a child. It's also wrong that they shaved her head without her consent, because at the end of the day, hair is not. I mean, I am very protective of my hair. I have a lot of it, but hair is not everything, and people with medical conditions, you lose your hair or whatever, but it should have been her choice to say, yes, let's do it. You know, she has already agreed to everything else. She would have agreed to this. And then forcing her to relive these memories with absolutely no warning. Now, obviously, I guess he thinks it's the memory of the dark day, whatever happened there, that massacre, is the thing that's holding her back somehow. But there's no reason to treat her like this, in general. I'm so mad at Dr. Owens. Any shred of decency I ever thought that man had is now gone. And he acts like, oh, I care about her now. No, you don't. The way you have treated her since she arrived in this facility, you do not care about her in the slightest. You care about your work and I can understand that they are trying to save the world, but it just frustrates me because if Elle had been like, no, I'm not coming with you, I don't want anything to do with this, and they've been like, yeah, but the whole world is at stake, and well, I don't care about the world, then, you know, they might be like, oh, we have no other choice, we've got to do it the hard way. But she was complying and happy to help, and they treated her like this. How would they have treated her if she'd been said no at the beginning? So it makes my blood boil that Elle is not only having to relive these traumas, but relive that experience in particular. I don't entirely know why that would have caused a blockage in her powers, because what happened in season 3 wasn't similar to what happened in I'd say, if anything, in season 1, when she was in the school and she was sending all of the people, like she killed all the different evil people that were coming after them or whatever, and would then destroy the Demogorgon. That might have been more reminiscent of what happened and caused the blockage, but not the season 3 shenanigans. But I suppose they will explain. He'll explain his fucking theory more. I hate that Elle still calls him Papa. I mean, I know that that is the only name she has for him, and he taps her straight back into that place of torture and abuse, but it breaks my heart so much. I love the Hawkins kids. I'm just hopeful now that Jock Bro #1 saw his friend fly into the sky and have that happen to him. He knows that wasn't Eddie. Or is he going to assume, my friend was concerned that Eddie had cursed us, Eddie really has magic? I feel like this could go one of two ways right now. Either he's really dumb and he truly thinks Eddie did that, when really if Eddie was going to get either of you in that moment, it would have been you. You were the scary one. Or hopefully he's going to finally realise Eddie has nothing to do with what happened to Chrissy and it was an unfortunate set of circumstances, and talk to him rather than this aggressiveness. Very good episode again, a very stressful episode as well. I think my favourite plot lines are the ones where it's just a group of kids in Hawkins, because it's the biggest clump of our characters together. They all care about each other so much. They all have such interesting dynamics that I'm so excited to explore more. Loving this season. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance. The edited version 1 week in advance, and thank you so much for watching.